Hi guys, welcome back to, oh my goodness, that was horrible. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going for Foundation Friday. We're going to be testing the, okay, so today for Foundation Friday, we're testing the Col-lab Meet Your Matte Foundation. I also use both concealers that they offer, I think, a stick one as well. Excuse me. But I tested out the under eye corrector concealer no flaws one in light peach, and I also tested the no flaws liquid concealer in porcelain. This foundation I have is in porcelain as well. So if you want to see how these wore, applied, and look throughout the day, then just keep watching. Let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are testing the Col-lab Meet Your Matte Foundation. Mine is in Porcelain 01, the lightest shade, of course. I've already moisturized and primed my skin. For primer, I use the L'Oreal Paris Magic Perfecting Base Face Primer. I really love this, especially for my T-zone where I have bigger pores. And then the other one I use for the outer parts of my face is the Rimmel London Lasting Finish Makeup Primer. This is in 004. This is day proof, pore minimizing, even skin tone, and skin perfecting, even though I'm pretty sure the last two things are the same thing. But that's beside the point. So these are the primers I use in foundation videos. So of course, I got a lightning a foundation mixer in white. This is from LA Girls. This is their Pro Coverage High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation, and the shade is just white. It has like a huge like thing, but that's fine. And then next week I will probably be testing the actual foundation. I might do it on Tuesday and just call it a hot or not or something. We'll see. I also have the Col-lab Bright Spark Radiant Foundation. I might do a first impressions on this. I haven't decided. But since it is like holiday, by the way, I'm filming on Thanksgiving, so this is Thursday, and I'll post it tomorrow, which is Friday, for Foundation Friday. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in. This is supposed to be a full coverage foundation, by the way, just so you do know. So for the brush side, I'm using the Morphe Y6, and I'm using a Shani sponge. I have a bunch of their sponges actually, but that's beside the point. So I'm gonna use a sponge to dot this on, and then I will blend it out with the brush. So this is supposed to be a full, okay, so this is supposed to be a full coverage foundation. So, or it's actually medium to full coverage, and it's supposed to be like buildable. So even though it's matte, it's not drying down super fast, but it is showing a lot of my texture. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and still try it with a sponge on this side, because if you look, you can see all the like strokes of my brush, and I don't like that. So okay, so that looks better, but you can definitely see everything with this foundation. Like, you can see all my little peach fuzz and stuff. So I'm gonna go back in with a brush to see if I can build this up. So I think probably the best way, well, you could either do, there's two options to apply this foundation, I think, or your best options, I should say, is, so what you can do is you can apply first with a beauty sponge, like dab on the, or however you apply your foundation, like put it on your fingers, do stripes, whatever, and then go in with a brush and kind of tap it out or buff it out, whatever. I wouldn't suggest like going like this on it, because then it shows a lot more stuff. But it looks really nice still. Like, it's decently matte. Like, it looks okay. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the other side. I don't know if I'd call this full coverage, though, or even buildable to full coverage. The pump kind of sucks. Like, this is like 4 pumps, and it's just not really. But it does, like, once I tap it, it does kind of spread a little bit, so we'll see. So, I also have their No Flaws. I have both of their concealers, I believe. I have their Peach Corrector, their No Flaws Under Eye Concealer. This is in Light Peach. And then I have their No Flaws Liquid Concealer. And I have this in Porcelain. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to be a brightening one or not, but we shall see. So now I'm just going to go in again. Okay, so I think I like it. You can do either. You just have to be careful to watch out for, like, because if you push your sponge too hard, it will leave like an indent. And then with the brush, if you like go like this, like are buffing it, I think if you're just tapping it in, it works better. Of course, this happens with most foundations, I believe. Well, most foundations that I've tried. Now, these retail for $15 each. So it's a little higher on the drugstore price range. It's about probably the price range of, I'm trying to think of what they're called. Of L'Oreal, I want to say, because I think their Lumi foundation, cushion foundation is like $12 and stuff like that. So it's around that price range, I would say. So now I'm just going to take another sponge that I have, which is completely clear of like anything. And I'm just going to kind of smooth over. Okay, wow. So it gets a little cakey around the nose area, I'd say. So just make sure you tap it out very nice, like blend it really good there. But I would definitely call this full coverage because I have a pimple on my chin. And you cannot see it at all. You can't even really see the pimple I have under my nose. Now, this is accentuating my texture a little bit, like the texture I have on my skin. But for the most part, it's really nice. I'm really liking it. It's like definitely really smooth. So you can't really see much, like all the discoloration I have is gone. The only thing is my under eye, which of course that is completely normal. So I'm going in with the large concealer brush by Wet n Wild, and I'm just going to take this peach shade. Again, this is in Light Peach. So, we're just going to kind of tap this in. It seems to be decently pigmented. But it is definitely orange. So now I'm going to take the buffer brush from Wet n Wild, and I'm just gonna tap this out. It does blend really nicely though. Like, it's pretty much completely gone actually. Oh, I need to wash my brush. Okay, so oh, so now and now I'm going to take the, hold on guys. Oh, that's better. now I'm going to take the No Flaws Liquid Concealer. So it has a flat applicator, like it kind of looks like a lip gloss one actually. So this is supposed to be a full coverage concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and take a beauty sponge. I'm using this one. This is all the sponges I use in this video are from the set of 10 makeup sponges by Shani. You've seen them in previous videos. So now I'm just going to kind of blend. Wow, this blends really easily. Okay, wow. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and add another layer of concealer. I just want to see if this is buildable, because right now I'd say it's medium coverage. I'm actually really liking the, like, instead of it being a doe foot applicator, I really like what it is. Okay, so I don't think this is a brightening concealer because it perfectly matches the foundation, because obviously I did get them in the same shade. But I'm going to use this foundation mixer. I'm just going to use a touch of it. And then, what the? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take this concealer, make sure I get a decent amount. And I'm just going to dab into this. I'm just going to mix this. Ooh, that looks like a decent color. So, okay. So that's kind of the color I came up with. It does have a little bit of white flecks in it. And it doesn't seem to be changing the formula, so. So I'm just going to scoop some more out. And then I'm going to kind of make a V shape. So what I like about these products is even though they're supposed to like probably dry faster, they still give you enough time to work. With it being a matte foundation, you would expect it to dry down completely within like a minute or so, I guess. But I would say it takes probably like 2 to 3 minutes. So I really like that. Okay. So since this is, oh, it's not drying down. Okay, so this is supposed to be a matte foundation, but it is not. Like, I've had this on here for a few minutes and it is still not dried down. So I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup. I'm not sure if I'm going to powder yet or not. I probably will because it's been a few minutes and it's still not dried down. But I will be back and let you know and update you on everything. See you soon. Okay guys, so I finished my makeup. We're going to call the check-in time because I finished my face makeup about 11. So this is what I came up with. It's very orangey, gold, shimmery with a bold lip. I did do wing liner. Everything else is pretty like natural. So I will check in a few hours and let you know how this makeup is holding. So we're going to dinner about an hour and a half, I believe, with my family. So I probably won't do a middle day check-in. I'll do end of the night check-in just because I'm going to be busy with family. But I hope you guys like this. If you want to see how this wears and lasts throughout the day, then just keep watching. Hi everybody, welcome back. So this is my end of the night checkout, or check-in, whatever. I just wanted to update you guys on how the foundation wore. To be honest, I completely forgot about filming this video. So I did wash off the makeup, or the foundation I should say. I noticed that you could really see like my peach fuzz right here on my face. And stuff like that. So if you have peach fuzz on your face, I would not recommend this. But overall, it's not very full coverage, but it is full coverage. Oh my gosh, that is so annoying. Look at that. It looks so weird. It like goes all around, so whatever. But the only problem I had is that it did cake up after, I'd say, 6 hours. I did have this foundation on for like 12.5 hours. I put the foundation on, we code check-in time 10, and it is 11 now. So that's actually 13 hours. And it wore really well. If you guys would like to see a foundation wear test on the sister foundation to the Meet Your Matte, the Radiance foundation, I will gladly do that. Shh, be quiet. Sorry, my dog's growling at something. But the foundation wore super well. It was pretty decent high coverage. I wouldn't say, or full coverage. It wasn't like super completely like flat everything. Like it wasn't a flat matte. It also, I did end up powdering my face. And usually with matte foundations, you don't powder your face because you know they dry down matte. But this one did not dry down matte on my skin, on my skin type. So since it is winter, my skin is a little more dry. Like I have a really bad dry patch right now around my nose area. And then my T-zone is usually decently oily. So, it did cover, like, I have some pimples along my lip here. I have discoloration on my cheeks. And I have freckles that go across this area and up. And then I also have large pores here. I do use a pore filling primer, but it did not accentuate any of my pores or my texture, really. The only problem I really had about this foundation is I'd probably say 6.5, 7 hour mark of wear time. It did cake up a little bit around my nose. And then when I went to take it off, around my nose was starting to to break down. But other than that, it wore really well. It looked great in photos. I didn't notice any flashback or anything like that. And I really like the concealer and the peach corrector as well. I think I want to try using the peach corrector and mixing it with the white foundation mixer I have to see if I can get that a lighter shade for me, because my bags aren't as deep, aren't as dark, so I don't really need a corrector. But I really like the consistency of it. It blends out really well. I really liked the No Flaws liquid concealer as well from this brand. My only problem with it is that it is not a brightening concealer. So as you saw in the video, I did have to mix it with the LA Girls foundation lightener to brighten under my eyes, which wasn't a problem. It was a little more like thinner. It kind of sheared out the coverage a little bit. Not much, but it just sheared out a little bit. So that is all I have to talk about. If you guys would like to see a foundation review or hot or not, whatever you want to call it, on the Col-lab Radiance Foundation, then just comment below and let me know. I hope you guys enjoy. See you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.